Do you believe in legacy wealth? That's wealth that's sort of like inherited or passed down from one generation to another?
I don't have a good answer on this, but I can tell you two things I don't like. First is I don't like nepotism because I feel it's actually civilizational diabetes. The kid doesn't feel like they've achieved something. There's this video called Born Rich with like this Johnson and Johnson air. A lot of them actually fall into socialism because they didn't work for their money, right? Their life experience is that they were just born rich and other people were born poor. And it's just like so then also there's another aspect, which is the guys who are working to become rich. Um, these people who are born rich, they have money, but they don't have status. But if they advocate for socialism, they can gain status and also kind of cut off these nouveau riche guys. So while they think they're doing good for the poor, they're actually cutting off competition by the future rich by advocating for various kinds of socialist things. So that's a common thing where they can gain, money is in abundance, so status is what's remaining, right? So one is it leads to civilizational diabetes, which is bad, where there's an overabundance of a resource, you didn't work for it, it kind of corrupts you, whatever, right? On the other hand, I also don't think it should all be seized by the government because government is a terribly poor capital allocator, at least in the West. It's not doing good things with it. And so I don't know the answer other than potentially things like and you're putting in a foundation and so on is the third option, but those also tend to get corrupted and they just, become basically part of the NGO industrial complex, right? So it's hard to keep them on mission unless it's something like the Clay Math Prize, like the Millennium Prizes, or something very scoped and focused like that, which is difficult to corrupt. And maybe that's part of the answer, or a smart contract, putting it into a smart contract that does something. But it's really hard because capital allocation, if you put in a smart contract and somebody passes away, that algorithm is probably not going to be smart enough to be able to anticipate every way someone could game the system with their request. And so again, you're back to the foundation thing. You need to have like a super AI in order to do that. Um, there's a fifth model, which is you use it to build buildings or things. You spend it all down in your lifetime to have a legacy that lasts beyond life. Whether it's fellowships or, that's why people endow buildings and things like that. So I'm pretty conflicted on this because no, conflict is not really the right term. I don't think I have a good answer on what should be done with it, though I do not believe it should be seized by the state. I also don't think it's a great thing for the kid to inherit it. And so I don't know what the answer is.